take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Astrology for Mystics. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. We are going to be looking at some astrology. Nancy Guthrie. I'm seeing some things. And as soon as I put out my post to do this live, I'm like, see this come up with Brian. So we're going to watch this first to see what he's talking about. And then I'm going to show you the astrology and we're going to, talk it out. Hey, Jill, good to see you. Thank you for joining me tonight. Again, you are such a sweetheart. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. And thank you so much to Jeff. Love you guys so much. Okay, so let's get started. Because Brian is going to tell us a little something. But I think that what we are going to see in the transits may contradict that. Okay, so just hang out for a minute because we're going to get to the astrology and we're going to talk it out because Savannah, Annie, they both, no matter what time they are born, they both connect to Homeland Security. Is there a reason for that? Is there an ultimate reason for that? I don't know. But we're going to talk about it. Definitely going to talk about it. Here we go, guys. This is Brian Enton. Let me go ahead and pull him up. There we go.
I've confirmed through sources that the FBI has been back in Nancy Guthrie's neighborhood over the last 24 hours or so, going back to neighbors' houses and asking more questions. Some of the things that I know that they're talking about is there's one neighbor that moved out before Nancy disappeared, and they have been asking more questions about that situation. Not to say that that has anything to do with what happened, but that is something that the FBI agents are asking about. And then also, and this I found to be particularly interesting, they are asking about, there's several houses that are under construction in the neighborhood, and they are asking specifically for names of contractors and workers who were working in the neighborhood on those houses, on those construction projects. And I'm talking about like specifics, like they want the names of all the contractors and workers who are working on those houses. And
So we have a construction workers. There are, the FBI is looking into them. We've got these construction workers. And then there was a neighbor that moved. Here's the deal. Here's where I'm really confused about this. Because if someone was searching Nancy's address and there was a spike in Google and the data, if they were searching for her, if they were searching her address, if they were truly doing that, then it would make no sense that it would be a construction worker because they would know where she lives or a neighbor. So that's a little bit conflicting, right? That's the information that we are receiving is just conflicting. It's just been conflicting since she went missing. Since she went missing, it's conflicting. But I mean, maybe that's just the name of the game, right? That's just the name of the game with cases. Things are going to change. Things are going to change. Hey, Asterifier. Hey, Difna. Hey, Dee. Stopping in to say, hey, I'll be listening for a few. Thank you so much, honey. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right, let's continue to listen to Brian for just a few. For just a few. Here we go.
I saw the construction while I was there, just driving around. There are several houses under construction in the area. So that to me is an interesting new nugget that I just found out about today. So I'm going to discuss that and a couple of other new things that I learned about what's going on behind the scenes with the investigation with my friend and former FBI special agent, Steve Moore. All right, Steve, it's nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. There's a couple of things I wanted to ask you about. I was thinking about you this morning because a few little sort of, I call them nuggets, have come out with the Nancy Guthrie case. The first thing is I'm back home in.
Really? They just went up to the top of the hill? I wonder if it's to that, did they go to the top of the hill, like where that person said that he saw the van? He saw the white van. Remember, there was a neighbor up the street in the cul-de-sac. I think I've got them marked on Nancy's map. I think. I'll show you the map here in a little bit, and you can tell me if that's the same place that you saw. Yeah, it's so contradictory. I mean, I'm just blown away. Happy St. Patrick's Day, guys. All right, here we go. Let's listen to just a little bit more. See what they're saying.
In Florida, but I obviously made a lot of friends in the neighborhood and stuff. And one of the neighbors texted me this morning. She texted me early. She said, I wanted to tell you that the FBI came over today, had some more questions about some things that I saw. They also called my friend who's building a house down the street from Nancy. They wanted to know all of the workers and contractors at that house. Leads me to the conclusion that they are no further along than day 2. That's just what she thought. But what I was interested in is they wanted to know all of the workers and contractors from a house that's being built down the street. What does that say to you?
Well, that's interesting. Do you think that is, well, maybe it's not the same house. I mean, I wonder if there's a house in front of her house in that cul-de-sac that's under construction or something. I mean, that's weird that they came in and searched a property. That's weird. Interesting. Okay. We're definitely going to be looking at the astrology. Tell you that much.
Obviously, it means they're retracing steps. And, I've used this analogy.
And retracing step it's a great thing to do. Look, that's a great thing to do with Mercury in retrograde, right? Mercury in retrograde, that's a good time, actually perfect time. That's what we do. That's what everybody does. We rework, review. That's what we do. I mean, we were talking about that when Mercury station, we were like, yep, here we go. Now we're going to review everything. We're going to go back and we're going to rehash everything that everybody said about this case. Can't make it up.
With you before, say you can't find your car keys, and you walk through the house or the apartment, you look for where you usually leave them, they're not there. Then you have to go back and you have to retrace, and you have to say, hey, what pants were I wearing, or where's my purse, or whatever like that. And you go to the second level. When you get down to the third or fourth level, these are things you don't usually check, but you may start pulling cushions off beds or off couches, things like that. And you'll go in deeper and deeper and deeper. And so people say, why didn't the FBI do this already? Because the normal search.
Hey guys coming in. Hey Shauna. Hey Michelle. Hey guys. Y'all be sure and hit that thumbs up. Be sure and hit that thumbs up, guys, even if you're in the bushes. Air quotes, good to see you, hon.
yields your keys in about 20 seconds. The secondary search yields them in about 2 to 5 minutes. And if you start with undoing the couches or the couch cushions in your living room, you'll never get to the bedroom where the keys are. So they are now obviously to the point where they are pulling up cushions in the couch. And I think that would explain they are not actually at day 2, though I understand completely why it seems that way. They are where they would have been if all normal searches didn't work.
And just specifically with workers and contractors, like in my neighborhood right now, there's a lot of construction, and there's just an enormous amount of people that come in and out that are working on houses. And you can kind of, they are not people that I recognize from the neighborhood. They're usually in work trucks, they're in pickup trucks. Is there anything specific that stands out to you that they're looking at a house that's being built and trying to talk to all the workers involved? Does that stand out for a specific reason, or do you just think they're trying to cover?
Well, she had work done on her house. She had all kinds of work done on her house, right? Didn't she have new roof or something? She had all kinds of work done on her house. People have been speculating about workers since day one. We've been speculating in regard to workers, construction. We've been speculating, could it have been something political? Her daughter is very political, and so is she. We looked at her Facebook the other day. Nancy Guthrie is very political. And this, we've got her missing. We got the general missing. We're in Iran. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Epstein files. We got the Clintons in court, got the, I don't know. It's crazy, guys. It's freaking crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy.
Cover everything.
No, it does stand out for one reason. And I don't know if you're going to find this fascinating or not, but the theory of the crime is a big deal. The theory of the crime informs every other bit of investigation you do. And from the beginning, the theory of the crime has been that this was targeted, that this wasn't a random.
They went and took her in the night. So this is a little. They took her in the night. It's not like they did target her. This isn't a robbery gone bad. This wasn't. You're going to rob somebody. You're going to rob somebody during the day. You're going to go when they're not at home. You're not going to go in the middle of the night to take them from their bed. She was targeted to be taken, to be abducted. Like, it seems pretty evident to me that that's what happened. That's just my take on it. Everybody's got an opinion. We all have an opinion.
Kind of thing where somebody goes to a house, he doesn't know who he's going to find inside. He's thinking, I'll just get the usual cash in the underwear drawer and some jewelry, watches, something like that. But no, that's not what happened here, according to everything I've seen, and according by this investigation that the FBI believes. They believe that this is targeted. So then you have to find out who would target it, obviously.
Oh, dang. I haven't even thought of that, girl. Huh. Is that even possible? Is that possible? Like, what? I didn't even think about that. I hope not. Holy shit. I hope not.
Going back to the beginning, but there are 2 or 3 areas. Did they target Nancy? Did they target Savannah? Did they target Annie?
See, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that there is so many theories, right, that we have gone over. But the theories that make the most sense, what makes the most sense? She was targeted. They weren't looking for money. Look, the only reason why there was any type of ransom is because the media, for 2 days after, they just kept saying over and over again, over and over again, will there be a ransom? Will there be a ransom? Boom, there's a ransom. Somebody just trying to cash in. She was targeted. She was taken. She was abducted. And it wasn't for money. It wasn't for money. Why was she abducted? So, what would make the most sense of her being abducted? For fun? For political reasons? Political. That's, I don't know.
They targeted this residence for a specific purpose. I believe 100% they knew that Nancy
talk about that.
Guthrie was on the other side of that door when they were trying to cover up the Ring camera. So this goes to the point that while the FBI may have changed their theory of why she was targeted, they have not for 1 minute changed their theory that she was targeted. And so to target somebody, you have to, in some way, shape, or form, come in contact with them.
And you think that leads back to why they're interested in a like a contractor from down the street?
Yeah, I would think so. And not necessarily that there's an indication that any of those contractors have done anything wrong or those workmen have done anything wrong, but they are people who would have very possibly come in contact with Nancy. And I think one of the main things that I would like to find out if they would let me in on the case is how ambulatory was she? How traveling was she? She had a car, but she didn't go to church at her local church. She Zoomed it with her, or she followed their online services for a church in New York that Savannah went to. So that leads me to believe that she didn't get out of the house as much. So then that complicates things because she doesn't come into contact with that many people. Did she walk every day? What if she walked past the construction site? There's lots of things like that.
Yeah, she used to walk. The neighbors told me, I think like years ago, there was actually a group of them that.
Yeah, I don't think that the ransom, me personally, I don't think that the ransom had anything to do with whoever kidnapped her. They didn't want money. It wasn't money that they were looking for. I'm going for more of a personal vendetta. I mean, I was seeing Dershowitz. I was seeing Dershowitz in the missing event. I was seeing Clinton's in the missing event. So, that's where I hate to think in a conspiratory type of, but I mean, if the astrology is showing me this and she's still not found, could it be that she isn't deceased and somebody abducted her to create a distraction? Is this political? If it were to be like that, like an inside job, Savannah would be a hell of an actor because she actually looks like she has a missing mother. We see her and distraught, right? We see her. So, good to see you, KJH. Yesterday, TMZ interviewed retired FBI agent. She had an interesting theory that follows the Occam razor principle. Take time to watch it when you have time. TMZ did? Okay. Yeah, we could look at that. And that was yesterday? Yeah, we could take a look at that. We could definitely take a look at that.
That would all walk together, and she was part of that group. But I think it's been a while. I mean, I think her health has really been, even some of the neighbors told me like they were kind of worried about her sometimes, like they didn't see her coming out of the house as much, that kind of thing.
Right. And so then that would lead one to to believe that maybe it was somebody who came into the house, or came to her house, or this kind of thing happens. I mean, you've probably seen this kind of thing where you get a door knock and somebody says, "Hey, I'm cutting trees down the block, and I thought, while I'm here, I can give you a deal and cut some of your trees." Or, "Do you need a gardener?" or anything like that. She doesn't have to get out necessarily for somebody to door knock her. And so what I would be interested in combination with this is any solicitors that came by any of the houses in the neighborhoods in the weeks beforehand.
But why take her? I mean, we're just gonna randomly okay. No, yeah. Let's move on. I'm gonna take KJ. Where did she go? I'm gonna take her advice and look at that video from TMZ. Let's look at that. Hold on. Let's look at this. Oh, hold on.
Nancy, Guthrie, Ms. White, thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure.
I interviewed yesterday the former SAC of the FBI Phoenix field office, who said to me that there was a high chance that this was just a break-in gone wrong. And I'm wondering what your opinion is on that.
Yeah, the SAC certainly, like all of us, we all have our opinions. I don't think this was a random hit. You don't come to a house completely covered over. I mean,
exactly. This was not random. This was not random. They weren't looking for money. They truly aren't looking for money. If you kidnap somebody, right? You kidnap them and you're kidnapping them for money, you're going to send the ransom right then. You're ready to get, you're ready to start willing and dealing. You ain't going to do it 2 or 3 days later. That was from the media. The media. That's my opinion. Everybody got one. That's my opinion. This is not random. Let's hear what she's got to say. Yeah, I mean, the general going missing. I think April 27th, I think March 27th, March 31st. I think the end of March, we may learn a little bit more, if not find the general. That's really sad that the general's not getting that much of attention, but because what general like him goes missing? I mean, come on. And it not be nationwide manhunt trying to find him. He's an important dude. Important dude. Okay, let's listen to what she's got to say.
Certainly the concept that it could have been that. There's a backpack, and the backpack is something that you can load your loot into and get out. You think there might be a camera. So kind of a random house to just be hitting. Mm-hmm. It's certainly not without the realm of possibility. And I will say this, when I talk about, I think it's valuable to put the timeline together and present it to the public, because the public, this person or these people are interacting every day with the person or the people who did this, and they're going to tell that those signs are going to be there. But could this have been could it have been any of these other theories? I think the right answer for law enforcement is all these other theories are there. But I would say the SAC from our former SAC from our Phoenix office clearly has a little bit more inside baseball than you or I do. So perhaps there is some information that he has that makes him think maybe this was a burglary gone bad.
Why not?
It's just as possible. But I would say this, if you were going to burglarize somebody and you encountered an individual in the house, and even if it turns sour.
Why are you going to burglarize somebody in the middle of the night? Why are you going to go in the middle of the night? That makes absolutely zero sense. None. Zilch. You're going to go and try to get something from somebody in the middle of the night? Don't you go when they're not at home? That makes no sense. That's out.
And the person was killed. Why would you take the body away? You just wouldn't. I mean, I don't want to say you wouldn't, like it's so absolute, but it's just not likely. And sometimes Occam's razor applies here. What is the most logical?
So I'm going to ask you the question on everybody's
Exactly.
mind.
What is the most logical? What makes the most sense? What makes the most sense here, guys? She's not. She's in bed. She's allegedly, she made it home and she's in bed. The only reason why a man is going to go in a woman's house in the middle of the night is to essay her or to abduct her without any type of essaying, because she is a threat to the system that they are representing. That's what makes the most sense to me. That's what makes the most sense to me.
Amongst the many in the media, how did these people conduct this crime, and how did they get away with it, considering all of the resources at the disposal of the FBI?
Both,
I think
yeah.
for the FBI, for local law enforcement, they're always looking back at what happened. The advantage that a criminal has is that they look forward. And so they had planned something, one or more people planned something and did it. I think that this didn't turn out to be what they planned, because if it was a ransom and kidnapping, they of course wanted to get something out of it. And whether they chose to return the victim or not, or identify where the victim is or not, their intent was to get something out of it, and they haven't gotten that. And that means that they didn't plan very well on what they wanted to do. But now law enforcement is in a situation where they always have to look backwards and say, what can we find out? What did we miss? Who else can help us to gather the information better?
Based on what's come out regarding the crime scene, obviously, the video of the masked man on the Ring doorbell.
There's no age limit. And she is, and like Cinderella said, it could be both. It could be that they went to take her and, got the rocks off and took her. It could be a hit. And it could be something else. It could be totally something else. Like Jill said, she's like, I'm a hopeless romantic. Maybe she left on her own. Why would we have all of this? Why would we have this dramatic abduction? For distraction. For distraction. Politics distract. Politicians distract. I don't know Nancy. I don't know Savannah. I don't know that family. I don't know. I know that they are diehard Democratic peoples. I know that Larry Summers is partnered up with Michael, Savannah's husband. I know that they are a Democratic family. And they know the Clintons. So that seems the most that's their way of life, is the politics. I don't know. It's all weird. It's very weird.
With a Nest camera, signs of struggle in the house, blood on the front porch. What do you think, what do you think this looked like as it was being carried out? Do you think multiple people were involved, multiple people were at the house? Maybe someone came in from the back door, someone came in from the front. Can you kind of give us a play-by-play of your best theory?
Yeah, and I think I love that you use the word theory, right? Because that's really all it is, right? It's a theory. Even law enforcement doesn't have a great hasn't pieced it together. But from what I see, having worked, in law enforcement for a long time, it's very clear that this was a planned event, and that somebody or one or more people went into the house. Certainly there could have been somebody from the back, but there's not really any logical reason why you have to go into different entrances. You come in the front. Eventually what you're trying to do is get a person out of there. So I think that they went in, confronted, removed Nancy Guthrie from the building, and you can see from the blood that's splattered, maybe it's not maybe it was a striking blow to the face or something that prompted like a nosebleed, for instance. That's the blood splatter as opposed to like just a big stream of blood or dragging somebody. So I don't think it's that. I think it's that there was a bit of a struggle and she went out the front door, and then maybe what they planned to do turned.
I mean, it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder if she did. It makes you wonder, or if this was just some type of distraction. Maybe it's just some type of distraction. Your license plate can be seen from space, but we can't find missing people. It's crazy. Yeah, if we could just do this for our missing babies. Possibly tried to run. Let's look and see. So this is the latest on TMZ. Let's see what they got to say. What's going on here?
Welcome. Happy Tuesday to all who celebrate. I believe it's also St. Patrick's Day. Didn't get the memo on that, but feeling lucky regardless. As you can see, I have my hot cup of coffee just filled to the brim with strawberry checks, not sponsored, but maybe someday it could be. I'm so excited to be with you. If you don't know me, I'm Talia. I'm here to give you a rundown on the...
Yeah, I mean, we do. They can be all about their agenda. After he basically was broomed by Summers when he was a distinguished professor at Harvard back some time ago. I mean, yeah, it sounds like it. Sounds like it. We could definitely use some luck today. Okay, let's see what this chick's got to say. Let's see what they're saying.
Craziest viral stories, the funniest stories, breaking news, fill you in on everything you need to know before you get on the go. I just made that
Okay.
up, but I think it kind of works. Luca will give you the full story. But with that, let's get this party started. Nancy Guthrie's neighbor, one of her neighbors, spoke with News Nation. The neighbor didn't give her full name, chose to remain anonymous, but basically said that the security gate on Nancy Guthrie's front door would have stopped an intruder from coming in had it been locked, which they're now saying could offer a clue in this case. But let me give you an adult to talk about this. Hey, Charles, welcome.
Oh my God. Whoa.
Sorry.
Very loud. What are we talking about?
I would love to chat with you. This came across my desk and I needed an expert adult opinion. And I know you're quite intelligent. You're welcome.
You're also, what you're really saying is I know you're an adult, very much an adult.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I wanted to talk to you about...
Long experienced adult. All right.
Yep, you're old. So I figured I'd ask you some questions. A little less funny than what I'm letting on, but I know Nancy Guthrie's neighbor just spoke with News Nation about her front security gate, saying that if this gate was locked, that an intruder wouldn't be able to come in, alluding that this may have something to do with the case. Can you tell us, what do you know about this? What do you think about this? Fill us in.
I think this is a case of there is so little actual information coming out of this case at this point from this investigation.
Yeah.
That this is where we are. And I'm not saying, look, to be honest, like I've been watching News Nation and Brian Enton's reporting down there since this all started, and it's been great. I don't see how this is a huge revelation. I mean, we'd seen the door. We know that there's a security door at her front door, and apparently the neighbor has a similar door. And they're just making the point that it seems rather obvious that these particular doors, if it's locked, no one's breaking in through that door.
Yeah.
And the door is intact. We've seen photos. We know that Nancy's security door is intact. So it's not like they took a, blowtorch to it and melted down the metal and went in that way. I don't know where this takes the case. I mean, the neighbor was guessing that you can't get into that front door, so there must have been accomplices that had gotten in through perhaps a back door, some other way into the house, and that they opened the front door to let someone in. I mean, we don't
Interesting.
have, the reality is we don't have any evidence that they did enter through the front door, whoever took her.
Yeah.
We don't know. I mean, I would hope that law enforcement has some idea of
Mhm.
how her abductors got into the house, but they have never revealed that. And all I can say is that, yes, her front door is intact. So if they did go into the front door, it was unlocked.
I
It's
think,
about all we really get from that
Yeah.
report. And it's,
So that's something that we really, we've got to keep in mind is that the timing of it. Savannah was supposed to go to Italy. The Prime Minister of Israel was visiting Arizona. The Clintons were in court. Epstein files had just dropped. How many million was it? Documents that dropped. All of this is going on during the time right when she goes missing. And the full moon in Leo. Can't forget about that. The timing is, I don't think is a coincidence. Okay. I don't think it was coincidence. Hey, what you, mama? Nope. Don't think so.
is it something? Yes. Does it move the case anywhere?
we
No.
don't really know. Yeah.
Absolutely not. And
What was-
it's a shame. There just really isn't a lot of information. There was another headline a couple of days ago that said the FBI got new video from Nancy Guthrie's cameras, which they did, but it doesn't show anything.
Yeah.
They're like motion sensor cameras that are set up in her backyard that, as I had read, she actually put them back there so she could see wildlife and animals that were, coming out of the desert and that were roaming around her backyard. But those cameras captured people before her abduction that were apparently just like landscapers
Yeah.
working around the house. And then even after she was taken, the cameras continued to capture investigators and people moving around the house. So it doesn't, yes, they got more images from those cameras, but nothing that is moving the case forward. So we're kind of where we have been,
I know.
The closest investigators were asking the neighbors for 2 specific days, January, any information, any videos, photos that they have from the neighborhood on those days.
Love you guys. Okay. But if you haven't hit that thumbs up, it's okay. Go outside the live, hit the thumbs up, and come back in. Okay. Even if you're in the bushes hanging out, it's fine. All right. That's fine. Just hit that thumbs up. It's free. It's very nice. Okay. And this will get the video out there because I'm going to be talking about something that nobody else is talking about on YouTube. And that's the astrology of this evening and looking at her map. Okay. So hit that thumbs up. Hit it. Come on. You can do it. It's free. Thank you very much.
Which makes you think that at the very least, the authorities have some reason to believe that whoever took her was casing the neighborhood and that they were observing Nancy's home or other homes in the neighborhood on those dates. But even that, we don't know. And not so far, nothing that they've gotten from the public has led them to find her abductors. So, I think people want there to be a happy ending here, but every day it goes by, it seems like less likely that that's going to be the case.
Agree. It's been 7 weeks now. 7.
That's the bad, sad news.
Yep. And what I do think is interesting is that with this door, I feel like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think there are really only 3 possible options for why this door was intact. One, like you said, somebody kind of came through the back and opened the front door, or came through a different way and was able to open the front door. 2, it was left unlocked. Or 3, it's possible maybe she opened the door on her own accord, but we know it was the middle of the night.
Yeah. That last one seems least likely. it is possible that no.
Oh, I would not doubt that. I've been saying constantly, watch out for a false flag. Got to watch out. I mean, we can't believe everything that we see nor hear. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into this. It's tomorrow. BB in China, they're going to get shaken up. We're going to see it. We're going to see it, but there is so much I feel like, that Epstein was involved with. Bill Gates went to the island to borrow money from him. It wasn't the other way around. Epstein's a big guy in the world, politics, the world financial system, the world's education system. He's a big guy. And there was a lot going on when Nancy went missing. We've talked about this. And it's hard to deny it. Yeah, we want to think of what's most plausible. It's not going to be conspiratory, but we do know the facts. And the facts is that there was an ambassador that came to Arizona that day. The Epstein files had just been dropped. Savannah's husband is highly connected to the Clintons, and they were in court. It could be a total distraction. You know?
Nobody went into the front door. I mean,
Yeah.
I think everyone's assuming that they went to the front door because the one image that we've seen is this person or persons at the front door with the mask on. And so we're assuming they got in, but maybe, that video never shows them actually entering the house. So maybe they got up there and they're trying to figure out how to get into that door and they couldn't.
Yeah. God.
So
7 weeks
a lot of
is scary.
lack of answers.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
I concur. Well, thanks for keeping us in the loop, Charles. And I'm sure.
Okay, so that's what's going on. That's what's going on. So once we look at the astrology, we get it, right? We get it. But what is taking place that I'm seeing is happening later tonight and tomorrow. And wait till you see who's connected. It's the Clintons. It's Hillary. You'll see it. Watch. So they just pick Miss Nancy, what? Clickbait. Where are y'all coming from? What are you even doing here? What is going on? What do you mean clickbait? What do you mean? And it looked like he tried to open the front door with left hand. Was that front door found unlocked or locked because blood was outside of the front door? Another case where intruder takes a key and locks up. Very weird. Very weird. Yes, credit to TMZ. All right, so let's check out the astrology, because this is where we are going to see what's coming. Who's involved? Because Michael, Savannah's husband, is with these transits. And I'm not making it up. I mean, no matter what time he's born, I can't fake it. No matter what time he's born, he is coming into these transits as well. And this is something we need to collectively understand as we move forward, and what is going to come out in the news. I don't think that she's going to be found, but if she is found, we know who are the players. Okay. Just like when Charlie Kirk passed, we know who the players are. We know Epstein ain't dead. We know that he is with not the Secret Service. He is with the Witness Protection Program. We see that. I've showed you guys that, But let's check out the astrology, okay? Just follow me. If you don't understand, it's okay. You don't have to know astrology to, all we're going to be doing is we're just going to be playing the numbers game. That's all we're doing. Playing the numbers game, and we're just going to peel it like an onion. Okay? Just going to peel it. We're going to try to understand what it is that we're seeing. Who we're seeing. That's the key. That's the key, because all of this other shit is so much, there's so much conspiracy that is surrounding Nancy's case. It's not even funny. There is so much conspiracy. I don't know that she will ever be found. And there's a reason for that. There would be a reason for that. Is because what is Savannah's spouse occupation? Well, it's getting hot in here, hun. It's getting hot in here. Thinking about Michael and all that he's, his occupation is really he's with a consulting group. He is just the he's good buddies with Larry Summers. These people, though, the Epstein peoples. Yeah, let's peel the onion, girl. let's peel that onion. He's definitely alive. Epstein, he's way too powerful. And for anybody to think that Ghislaine Maxwell is actually in jail, come on, guys. Come on. She's not in jail. She's way too powerful to be in jail. Yeah. There's definitely Jeffrey Epstein ties. I mean, there is. There is. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, let's check this shit. Let's check this out. Let me take this off. Hold on. Let me share my whole screen. I'm going to share my whole screen with you. And then we're going to do this astrology, guys. We're going to check out our map. We're going to get into that. If I can make the time to do that. All right. If you don't know astrology, it's okay. It's okay. All right. If you don't know, it's okay. I'm going to walk you through this. This isn't a lesson of astrology tonight. All I'm going to be doing is reading it. Just understand the words. If I say warring, you know what warring is. Just take in what you know. What you don't know, just leave it. Leave it at the front door. Don't make it more complicated than it is, because it's really not that complicated for you guys. All right, here we go. Here we go. So what I want to do is I want to stop this as I'm reading it. Okay, so this is the clock right now. The clock is ticking. You're probably, if you've ever looked at a will chart, you've never seen this many glyphs, and that's okay. Don't get yourself all in an uproar here. So I'm going to bring in the Homeland Security, and I'm going to start talking about this, okay? Because there is a Homeland Security connection with Annie. All right. Annie, hold on. I had to look. Hold on. Make sure y'all can see that. With Annie and Savannah, no matter what time they are born, okay, they have a connection to the Homeland Security. There is a reason for this. There is a reason for it. All right. Make sure my pen is working. Looks like it is. Okay. Let me tell you what I'm seeing right now with this chart. So this right here is the clock. I've stopped it. I stopped at Nashville time, 8:07 p.m. This is the Homeland Security chart. It doesn't change, okay? This is just the Homeland Security chart that I read. All right. What you're going to see is this. Saturn, okay? Saturn right now is in Aries. And from my perspective, it's in the 6th house of health. It's their everyday, it's their job. Okay. And that 348 is coming into a 349. we are going to see a lot of energy that's going to be warring here in the United States, and it's coming very soon. It'll be here in just a couple of hours. It's probably already an orb. You know what I'm saying? It's already an orb, so we could be seeing it in the news pretty shortly. If we don't see it in the news, okay, then just know that there's something else that is going on and is with Annie and Savannah with Homeland Security and is at home. This is home. This is the fourth house of home. All right. Now that we got that out, let me just look and make sure that I'm not missing anything in this chart. There's not anything that is coming. I'm just looking at the chart real quick. Let's see. I do know that Pluto is about to shake things up with Bibi Netanyahu and the ascendant of China. So that's going to be coming. I'm not going to focus on that because I'm focusing on Nancy right now. I'm also going to be looking at this Homeland Security. I'm sorry, not Homeland, but there is a major transformation that is going on with the CIA, with the Secret Service. With the Secret Service, there's a major transformation that is going on with the Secret Service, and it's weighing them down here in the ninth house. That's going to be here for days, for the next couple of days. So Secret Service has a weight weighing them down. In just 2 days, this 417, this Admetos in Gemini, there's going to be a breakup. The breakup is going to be with the communications with Nancy and Hillary Clinton. I'm going to show you. Don't worry. This 2458 and the 2454, this is coming to Michael. Michael, Savannah's husband. Chiron is about pain. That's the green key that you see right here. That's pain. We got a lot of pain. There's a head wound here. There's some pain that we are experiencing here with Michael. There's a lot of warring that we are experiencing with Michael, Savannah's husband. That is coming to him. And I'm going to show you that in just a little bit. Don't you worry. Yes, the CIA, there's a lot of things that are coming into transit, guys, with the yep. The United States, this 808 with the lunar nodes. Oh my gosh. It's a lot of warring with groups. It could be with kids right now. It could be something else. There's something that's going on for sure. Could be going on in Iran. I don't know. So that's what I'm seeing with the transits right now. Hold on. We know that the dark moon is coming to the ascendant of Bibi Netanyahu. So that's coming. And after it leaves him, it's coming to Tommaso. I'm going to show it to you. Don't worry. Thank you, Shauna. Get rid of them trolls, babe. We don't tolerate. This is the big girl and big boy table. Okay, you come into this chat, it's like coming into my home. You're going to respect me. And if you can't, you need to grow the hell up. Don't even come in chat if you can't be respectful. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to start with Annie. Let's just start with Annie right now. Actually, let's start with Annie at 10 o'clock because this is when the Homeland Security, there's going to be a lot of energy coming tonight. And it's this energy that we want to watch with Homeland Security. So this is the actual chart. Okay, this is the chart that I'm looking at. This is the chart that I am observing tonight. And it's going to be this time at 10 o'clock Nashville time. So 10:20 Nashville time. I'm watching. I'm trying to understand what it is. And I probably won't understand until maybe later, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. But there is a reigniting of a flame. The reigniting of the flame is in New Mexico. Remember the guy talking about New Mexico? So I'm looking at New Mexico. I'm still looking at New Mexico to find Nancy. I feel like she's in New Mexico. This 337 could obviously be, we don't know what time Annie was born, but there was definitely a reigniting of a flame with her, with attention. Okay. And it has to do with the death of her mother. That's what I'm thinking. But this 349 that the Homeland Security has with Saturn that is coming to bring them limits and obstacles tonight. Homeland Security will have limits and obstacles tonight. That 349, we're just going to play the numbers game. And we're going to see that she has the 349 in her chart right here. No matter what time she's born, there is a lot of emotion that is surrounding her mother, her home, her family, her genealogy, and it could be that there's limits and obstacles with this tonight though. And it's going to be with Saturn. Who is Saturn to Annie? Saturn could be her dad. Saturn could be her work. Saturn could be one of her students because she has a disordered aggression that's reigniting. It could be one of her students. She teaches poetry. There are things that are going to be coming tonight, I'm telling you, that are going to be limiting Annie, limiting her. And that is going to be the main transit that is going to slow her down. And there's a lot of emotions with it. With the authority, it could be the FBI. But you know what it could be? It could be the Homeland Security. It could definitely be Homeland that is slowing things down with her, her mother, her home, construction. Any home that is under construction, a home, any home. It doesn't have to be her home. It doesn't have to be Nancy's home. It could be any home. All right. So that is where the Homeland Security, this connection that they have, I do wonder if there is going to be something to where these, Homeland will get involved when when it's state to state, FBI, state to state, jurisdiction, or anything having to do with, our security of home. So we've got that. All right. So we've got that 349. You're seeing that. Let's look at Savannah with this evening tonight at 10 o'clock. And so you see that there's the 349. That's tonight, right? That's tonight. We stopped the clock. I stopped the clock at 10:30 p.m. tonight. And the 349 that she has, well, there's an opposition. So there's actually an opposition with Savannah. That means that Savannah is going to feel it more intense. The opposition is going to come to Savannah more than it is her sister Annie. Why is that? Because Libra and Aries are on an opposing axis. That's why. So Homeland Security is going to be opposing her. And the enlightenment of the physician that brings enlightenment with contracts, because Libra is about contracts. It's also about relationships. And guess what else? Government, the justice, the government, the politics. Okay? So we're opposing Savannah. Homeland Security is opposing her. They're not just, activating an emotion like it is with Annie. No, Saturn is going to be opposing Savannah with the physician Apollo who brings enlightenment. The medicine. The medicine. Could there be something that is going to come in about Nancy getting some type of medicine that we're not going to hear about? I don't know. I don't know. This 808 with the United States is a big one. I don't know if it's going to have anything to do with Nancy. I don't know if it's going to have anything to do with the missing general. I want you to see something. I want you to see something in Nancy's chart. This is surreal. So in Nancy's chart, no matter what time she's born, she is going to come into transit with Hillary Clinton tomorrow. They share a degree in their chart. They have a connection in their chart. And Nancy, that connection that she has in her chart that connects with Hillary is this 419. This 419. So this 419, her and Hillary have the same degree that they connect with. Wait till you see it in Hillary's chart. I don't know what time Nancy's born, but I know what time Hillary is born. And this 419 is connecting. So no matter what time she's born during the day, at night, this 419, Saturn will definitely be coming to it. Going to be slowing going to be slowing her down. Well, why do you come in here and say that you're out? Why not just be out, new guy? Why do you have to come in here? Are you a kid? Are you a kid? I just looked down on my phone and see that. I'm like, are you a kid? Oh, I'm out. I'm out. Oh my God. Please don't go. I'm out. Who cares? Go. Jesus, help us, God. So this 419, there's going to be a breakup with two people with some communications. And you can mark it on your calendar, honey. You can put it in the bank. You can take it. Take it to the bank. Thank you, Smack Talker. Thank you, Smack Talker. Oh my gosh. So that 419 is going to come into transit tomorrow. Let's see when it actually does. Hold on. Let's see when it actually does hit that 419. And then I'm going to show you Hillary. Hillary. Let's see. Days. Let's look at this 419. When's it going to come? Okay, so it's going to come on the 19th. This is when I want you guys to watch. Hold on. Let me see. Let me get it right to there. Shit, that's going to be. Y'all will forget. I'll have to come back and remind you guys. I already know. Okay, so it's going to be at this time, March 20th, when we wake up Friday morning. So when we wake up, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. So this is when it's going to happen. My goodness. Dang it. Oh my gosh, y'all. Now we're going to have to look at this dang chart. Hold on. So let me show you Nancy. Here we go. But this is going to be an interesting time period for this case. Okay. That's the only reason why I've come live to talk about it, because this is an interesting time to look at this case and to observe it. So let me go back to Nancy. Hold on. Because I see Annie and I see Chris Nanos in this chart on March 20th. Geez. See them both. Okay. My goodness gracious. Yeah. So now, okay. So now we've got, okay. So March 20th, when we wake up in the morning, everything that has transpired. Don't tell me that this girl is in Israel. Don't tell me that she is in Israel, guys. See the 419, there's a breakup right here. There's a breakup with communications, and the 419 is going to make contact. And this breakup is going to cause a lot of warring with Nancy, and it's going to be with the communications. Gosh. This 357 With Vulcanus, there's going to be a lot of emotional intention that is going to be on Savannah. This is Savannah. This is Savannah right here. Her mother. We're seeing all this. This is this 202. That is the Saturn of Annie. It is a weight on Nanos. Not good. I don't know if her car has been returned yet, but there is something happening here. And I tell you what, between now and the 20th, guys, okay, between now and the 20th, you can take this shit to the bank. What I'm telling you, you can take it to the bank. Between now and the 20th on Friday morning, this dark moon is going to come to the ascendant of Bibi Netanyahu. Then it's going to come to Tommaso. And it says Neptune. Neptune is about long travels, international, going far, like Italy or Israel. It's international. This 1408 is going to definitely kick in and activate the chart of Arizona. This could be the car. But there is a reigniting of a flame with Bibi, with Israel. So there is something else here. I'm telling you guys, telling you. There's an intensity with Trump and the FBI. Big day for the Trump and the FBI. Big day. And all the while, Michael. I'm looking at Michael too, man. Michael. Because okay, so look, Michael's birth time. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to show you something. Because this is hitting him pretty hard. Let me show you what I'm talking about. When was it returned? Because as of March 16th, it hadn't been returned, and that was yesterday. So let me know when it was returned. Yeah, let me know. Let me know if it was for sure returned. So Michael, okay, so check this out. Michael's Neptune, right here, it's in Scorpio. So it's either a 2459 or it's a 25. Neptune is the great dissolver. And he hides. We hide things with Neptune. It's about hidden sex. It's about other people's money. It's about debt. It's about loans. It's about investigations. It's about hidden taxes. And his Neptune is going to be either a 2459 or a 25. It's not a 2458. It is either a 2459 or it's a 25 degree. So what's going to happen is Eris is going to come and create a lot of turmoil for the things that he is hiding. Lots of turmoil and to follow a lot of pain. A lot of pain, a lot of turmoil with Michael. Not Savannah, not Annie, not Tommaso, Michael. This family is going to be going through some things. Okay? This is intense for them over the next 3 days, beginning tonight. So tonight, the evening of the 17th, the 18th, the 19th, and the 20th. So 3.5 days. 3.5 days. But it's coming. And I wanted you guys to know that it's coming. Otherwise, I mean, I haven't went live on Nancy in days. But this is big. And we're going to see a wake-up call. There's going to be a little wakey with Florida, with Georgia, with Mexico. Let's look at this. I mean, well, I'm not going to look at it. I'm just saying it's with Mexico. But I don't know that she's not in New Mexico. Mexico or New Mexico. Those are the two places that I could see. I could definitely see. But this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It's going to be interesting, guys. Let me show you this. Let me show you Chris Nanos. On the 20th. Because we got some days. Are we going to see a Patsy, a Mexico? Because I think that we could be looking at that. I do. I really do. There's going to be a wake-up call, an investigation, and it would be with it's going to be with an illegal. That'll be the Patsy. So Chris Nanos, this 204 in Taurus, well, that's exactly where there's a lot of energy that's coming. He's going to be weighted down with any type of evidence. This could be a gardener. This could be a gardener. It's going to be a lot of weight. This 204, we're going to see it when we wake up on the 20th. They've been trying to get him out. Look, they've been trying to get Nanos out. 2 years since before Nancy even went missing. They've been trying to get him out. They don't like him. Arizona don't like him. They've been trying to get him out, and he's still holding fast. And we can see that Mars is on its way, right? Mars is definitely on its way to his Mars. It's going to be a big deal as it moves forward. I'll definitely keep you posted, but yeah. Yep. So check this out. Check this out. I'm about to just bounce around with these degrees and just peel it like an onion. That's all I'm doing is just playing the numbers game. This 1408 is Saturn. This is things from the past. Things from the past, Saturn. There's the car. There's the vehicle. Slowing them down. Could be the body. Could be a lot of action. But that is going to be slowed down. Thank you, Shauna. I'm sorry, guys, but thank you, mods, for keeping it classy here. We don't tolerate juvenile behavior. Looks like the reigniting of the flame of life. It's going to come here to Chiron. There's going to be a lot of pain with their public image and with groups online, the networking. Look at that. I bet Michael's Neptune is a 25. I bet it is a 25 because there's going to be a lot of warring with their part of fortune. Arizona is not going to be doing good on this morning, honey. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. This is a big day for Nancy, guys. Big day. How's it going to be big? I don't know. There's no, like Shauna said, there's no crystal ball. I'm not God. I'm just showing you another way that we can investigate. That's all. Venus is going to come and make contact right here. It's going to be a transformation at the home. And it could be a construction worker, a gardener, somebody that is working on a home that they are going to hone in on. But guys, Mars is already showing me with this contact that there's a slowdown. Nope. This would be somebody that's been to prison before, been to jail before, or that is in jail, somebody from the past. I'm not digging it. I'm not thinking that I'm not going to buy it unless it has to do with Michael. I'm not buying it, but there's definitely going to be a breakup with two people. Lots of warring, lots of communications with Nancy with her case. Now this 419, let's go ahead and check Miss Clinton out because I'm seeing her right now. Her and Nancy. It's not just Nancy. It's also Hillary. It's also Hillary. So let's check out what's going on with Hillary. What is she supposed to be doing the 20th? Anybody know? Is there anything supposed to be going on? Can you Google it? Is there anything supposed to be going on with Hillary? Y'all Google that. Let me know, please. So Hillary, she is definitely okay. So this is what's going to happen before 8:21 a.m. Okay, what's going to happen is this 1408 is going to be at this 1404. And Hillary is going to receive a lot of information. This 1404 definitely connects to Michael, who is the son-in-law, it's the son-in-law of Nancy. All right. It's connecting to her and him. So that's what's going to happen before Mars gets to Arizona. It's going to hit Hillary first and Michael at the same time. Yeah, I'm not buying this shit. No way, man. Something is definitely not right here. This 419 is what she hides right here with Hygeia. Hygeia is about health. It's about world health. It's about home. It's about things are hidden with the communications of two people. So if there was anything that would have happened to the internet, it would have been something that Hillary Clinton would have told somebody, hey, do this and do that. And then, yeah, it will dislodge, it will disrupt the communications. This is what is hidden at home. What is hidden at home? It is on the ranch. The two people, the two girls. Could that be that too? Sure it could. In New Mexico, because there is a reigniting of a flame tonight with New Mexico. And she does everything that she can. I'm sorry, but I really do. I think that she does everything that she can to try to take things off of her. So this 1802 is actually right here. Palace, the investigator is right here, and it's about the fourth house of home. So the investigator wants to investigate the home because of her public image. And the doctor that's bringing enlightenment, this physician that's bringing enlightenment, it's opposing. It's opposing home. That's where it's at. Mars is here in the fourth. Mars is here. Mercury is here. The North Node, all of it, all of that Pisces energy is here. The new moon is here. The new moon. There's going to be a breakup with her and Hillary. With Nancy and Hillary Clinton. It's going to be a breakup. Because the mitos breaks things apart. There's a breakup. I see it all the time with people. Their relationships, they break up. Okay, you're going to be back together. As soon as that goes past the next day, you'll be back together. Don't worry. Nanos is going to have a huge weight on him. Now let's look at Annie. Because this family is a political family. And that's where I'm at with it tonight. That's where I'm at because it's too much coincidence. So check Annie out. She connects to nanos. All that weight, the weight that he has upon him is where she is slowed down with money. So nanos, the money, there it is. The possessions, the evidence, there's going to be a lot of energy that is going to Annie Guthrie's Saturn. She's going to have a lot of limits and obstacles in a big way. And I guarantee you, not knowing when she's born, I bet you anything, her values are with Hillary and Michael. Yeah, this is an inside job. I'm almost, I don't care what they say. They're going to pin it on somebody. They're going to blame it on someone else. Probably never find Nancy because Nancy is not, she's fine. I hope I'm right. I hope she is fine. I do. There's a lot to look at this with this chart. I wasn't prepared to show this one too. My goodness gracious. I was not prepared, but here it is. Interesting. Going to be a wake-up call with something that she learns. Hillary's going to learn something. With this 1808, she's going to learn something with communications and her relationships. Her partnerships, or she's going to teach. I would say she's probably going to teach. She's going to tell somebody what they're going to do, what they're going to say, how they're going to say it, what's happening. Let me see what's going on with her on the 20th. Let's see if it's in the, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you guys have to time everybody out. It's a shame that people can't be grown people coming in chat. Just being silly. We're gonna teach y'all tonight. Sorry guys, but thank you. Thank you, Shauna. Witchy Mama. I'm sorry. I hate that. Hillary Clinton, March 20th, 2026. What's going on? Okay, so she is, where is she going to be? Hillary Clinton doing what? So it doesn't look like we're seeing anything here. Okay. Well, guys, I mean, all I know is, yeah, we're grown here. We're grown, man. Y'all be coming in here acting sideways. Yeah, people act sideways. Just goofy people, man. I'm telling you. Shauna, don't worry. Yeah, y'all don't stress over it. So that is, I can keep going back and forth and I can keep showing you guys stuff. But I mean, if you've never been to this channel before, you're in for a rude awakening. That's all I can say. Thank you. Thank you, Castle 743. Thank you so much. Yeah, of course. I mean, that man is just involved in all kinds of stuff. I just don't put nothing past any of these politicians. I just don't. I don't trust not one of them. I don't trust these politicians. I don't trust the government. I don't trust any of the agencies. I just don't trust them. Yeah, when you put yourself out there, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's right. And if you're talking about me, yeah, I'm definitely going to put myself out there if you're talking about me. I don't know. I don't know, but we looked. I mean, we looked on the map. We looked on Nancy's map at all the places that is looking very fierce on her map. And it's constantly going over these airstrips. And Fort Huachuca, big time, big time. And if you've been following the Charlie Kirk case, then you know about Fort Huachuca, you know? So I was looking at him. I was looking at him with the charts. I was looking at him too. And I'm still looking at them. I'm still watching them. I'm still looking at him and Kayla because I don't know that they aren't a part of this conspiracy to take Nancy. But yeah, I'm going to forget them. Don't worry. I mean, it happens. It happens. It happens. The trolls are definitely going to come in, especially if you're hitting a nerve and you're hitting something that could be spot on. They said Savannah called Senator Matt Kelly before she even called 911. I don't doubt it. And so there are some things that we are seeing in the transits that are cause for alarm. It is cause for alarm. Oh, I'm so glad that you are loving it. Thank you, Rachel. Yeah, Nancy was investigating Big Pharma. That's what I heard too. I heard that she was as well. So they could have taken her to shut her up, to shut Savannah up, to shut her up, and for her to be preoccupied, for Savannah to be preoccupied as the drop hit, and she's supposed to go to Italy, and she's not able to do either one. She is preoccupied. She is distracted, and so are we. So are we. You know? Yeah, I don't trust them. I can't trust them. No. Mm-mm. Yeah, Olympics, exactly. It's done. Done deal. You ain't going. Not gonna go. It's okay. You're not going. We're all distracted. We're not even reading the Epstein files. We're looking for Nancy. I'm mapping Nancy. I'm not reading the files. I'm mapping Nancy. Yeah, to shut her husband. Yeah. Yep. You heard that Nancy gave authorities what she had on Big Pharma on January 24th. Hmm. I'm thinking that there's definitely conspiracy. And we didn't create the conspiracy. I mean, I think she's alive. I think she's alive. Mhm. I think it's a whole big cluster to get us looking over here and not looking over here. I do. Yeah, that makes 0 sense. None. And we've got to wonder. Yeah. Look, Nancy was taken in the middle of the night. She was taken in the middle of the night. You ain't gonna go and, burglarize somebody in the middle of the night while they're sleeping. You're going in there to take them. And if that is what really happened, that whole place could be staged. It could be a stage to look like a kidnapping. It may not even be a kidnapping. It could be a stage kidnapping. We don't know. We don't know. But we do know the things that the government will do and that the politicians will do. People like, you know, the Guthries would do to create something that is making it look like there's some type of kidnapping. I'll be right back. Yeah, distractions, smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. Mm-hmm. I don't think that Michael, I think that I don't think that he would have, I think that if there was something really bad that had happened and Nancy was truly taken and he knew and he didn't know what was going on, I think that Michael would have been there a lot sooner. Why did it take him so long to even come to be with his wife? I think that that's weird. If my mom goes missing, why would my husband not be there by my side? Why is he going to wait, 2 or 3 weeks to come and hang out and see what's up? Why would he do that? Why wouldn't he come sooner? Oh, because they got kids and they got this. And I no, no, I'm not buying that. Mm-mm. Why would Savannah call 911 when Annie had already done so? I don't think that we know exactly what their I think that we could be mistaken as far as that goes. Because we don't know if they were talking on the phone, if Annie and Savannah were talking on the phone first. Who made the phone call to who, all of that. We don't know any of that. You think he was taking care of their kids? Savannah was in a bad shape. Yeah. 2 weeks? Man. Did they have a cousin or security with them? The man with the thick thighs? Yeah. No law updates because they know who did it. I feel they have no clue. I don't know. I wanted to show you guys, though, that there's about to be this breakup. We're about to find out what's happening. There's going to be a breakup. It's two. There's two. There's two people and there's communications. Data and two. That's what I'm looking at. Between now and the 20th. So it begins tonight. It'll begin tonight. And then it's going to go through the 20th. So we're going to be looking at tonight, tomorrow, which is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But on Friday morning, when we wake up all day Friday, all day, there's this breakup with two people. And at the same time that this is taking place with Nancy, it's also taking place with Hillary Clinton. That's what I know. That's what I know. All the other stuff is chatter. It's theories and it's chatter and stuff like that. I know that there's going to be a breakup with those two. And I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see the news. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you for being here and supporting this channel. Make sure that you hit that thumbs up. If you haven't liked the video, please do that. I would really appreciate it. I'm not a big fan of Cajun Navy. I'm not a big fan. I've been around them. I've seen them. I'm not a big fan of Cajun Navy. The missing kids, Cajun Navy, I don't know. I don't know, but yes, thank you everybody for being here. Hit that thumbs up. Don't forget. And if you haven't subscribed, do that. Well, really appreciate you guys for listening to me tonight. Just, ramble on and look at this astrology. I appreciate you. Y'all have a good night. Peace out.